Hello and welcome. My name is Anna Trombetta. I am a mezzo-soprano and online presenter of this year's 54th LiedDuo competition from the International Vocal Competition in s-Hertogenbosch. The competition takes place this year from November 16th to November 21st. Today I have the honor and privilege of standing with Ivan van Kalmthout, the director of the IVC and previous directorial positions in many opera houses around Europe. Ivan, thank you so much for being here today with me. We are standing in the Statenzaal of the Noord-Brabant Museum. I understand that this hall has a bigger significance with the International Vocal Competition. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, for sure I can. Thanks, Anna. And I want to say I'm happy we took you to do the presenting of this competition because you're doing a great job. This hall is part of the Noord-Brabants Museum, and it is called Statenzaal because this is where the Staten from Noord-Brabant, which is the government of the province, used to convene for over 2 centuries to have their meetings. But nowadays it's the pearl of the museum, and it's used for more than only as a beautiful hall to show off. And we have the honor to be here with the both semi-finals and also some concerts, because at the moment the big theater of s-Hertogenbosch is being changed. There's a whole new building there, and so we had to look for other rooms, and this is actually a wonderful room to do a LiedDuo competition in, because it has so much atmosphere and it also has quite an acoustics. You know it yourself.
I do know it myself. I myself gave a concert here with a guitarist, with Ode Merzweiler. That was very, very nice. The International Vocal Competition is not only a competition. There are lots of concerts and recitals and different things going on throughout the year. What is the philosophy of the IVC in terms of how it goes about dealing with winners and past winners and that type of thing?
Well, it is not only certainly in the LiedDuo, because we have a little bit more space to do things there and it's easier to organize. It has taken on a bit of a festival character. So we do have extra recitals. We have laureates from 2019 who will give a recital. We have the 2 members of the jury doing a recital, Christophe Prégardien and Roger Vinyals. And we also make a real world premiere of our new lied, because that normally used to be like a workshop. And we thought, let's make the people interested in what this lied is about. So that's what we'll do as well. We have a children program, we have master classes. We really do a lot. And apart from that, as you already mentioned, we also try to be more than only a competition. It's not you come in, you sing, you get a yes, you get a no, and you go home again. We really try to be there for the singers, and also when they win, or even if they don't win, but we see something in them, to give them chances to be something more than only somebody who just passed by. We always try to make this, it is a bit of a family affair, also because of the guest families that work and all the volunteers we have, and also because we do try to keep in touch and give people chances.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we are about. What is also, I think, really special about the IVC is that we have this really close connection to the city s-Hertogenbosch and the province of Noord-Brabant. That's why it's also good to be in this hall, and that connection works out, I think, also for all the candidates, because it is something, they stay with families here, they stay with the volunteers are here. It's a really grounded organization, and I think that that makes it feel very special, and it is different from being in a big city with maybe a name that rings more to many people than s-Hertogenbosch, but it's not about that. It's that where you are and where people really feel they're welcome and they're carried. And I think that's what happens here.
Can you tell me a little bit more about these commission pieces? That's every year, isn't it?
No, it's 2 years. So we have the LiedDuo and we have the opera oratorio competition, and so we used to have everything in 1 year. We used to be biennial. We now an annual competition. But of course, the Lied has to go in a Lied form, but also with the orchestra. And so now the premiere is with the piano, and next year we'll have the premiere with we'll have premiere with the orchestra. And for me, I really wanted to make this year this commission about a song that connects with the people. I think it's important, you've heard it in the other interviews as well, that it is important that people understand what the Lied is about. And this song is about how a young singer comes for a jury and then has to perform, has to do it. You cannot fake it, you cannot lie, you just have to go out, be yourself and do it. And also at some point ignore whoever sings or sits there, you just have to do it for yourself. And you're the only one doing it. Mm-hmm. Connects the ideal tone with the way Vermeer paints gold. And so the song is called Het Goud van Vermeer, Vermeer's Gold. And that is why, that is how it works. And also the song is in Dutch, but there's an option to sing it in English. So we always did other languages also because, of course, most people are disadvantaged when they have to sing in Dutch. But we thought, okay, you get the option to sing in Dutch, but you also have the option to sing in English. Mm-hmm. And that is what I thought this was important to have, this possibility.
Yeah. How does the International Vocal Competition work to bring new audiences or a wider audience to the different genres that it presents?
Well, we do have this children program. Also, it's devised by Mark Pontes. Ah. It's called Wolf, Leeuw en Zwanen, and that's so wolf, lion and swans, and it is about it's also the songs from German translated into Dutch so that young children can understand what he's singing about. Mm-hmm. With him explaining a bit, but also them having something to focus on visually. And so we try to have young people in, but we have the possibility for young people to work with to come for low prices, because that's what we find it important, that it's not an economical problem to come to the IVC. And also we are working on new ways of getting other genres involved with the IVC. Well, you'll get more about that another time. And we have now also, there will be also an interview by you, a young artist from St. Joost who has made a sculpture based upon his favorite song. So we also want to try and make connections with young people who actually know about, who love art, but who love our art, but who are not necessarily so involved with us. And in this way, making inroads with other people and young people.
What would you like for singers to get out of the competition? Do you have something that you really love for them to be able to say, yes, that was what the IVC gave me?
I think if there's anything I want to give to any singer that comes, is the feeling that what they bring is worth their time, and that they should use their own art to be happy with it. And that can sometimes also mean that at some point you realize that actually making a living with singing will not be your thing, because not everybody's called for that. And so you can just also be unlucky if you don't, if you don't meet somebody who really believes in you and has the power to take you further. You do need a bit of luck in this profession as well. So that is all the same. But I would like everybody who passes through the IVC to always keep the joy of the music. I think that's the most important thing. I think all the other things are not so relevant.
Did you want to give more attention to the LiedDuo art form as a whole by splitting it into its own thing?
It just gives so much more pleasure to be really focused on one thing. And also, before it was a bit, well, you can do any genre and let's see where they bite. Right. And I think it is, but if you do a really LiedDuo thing, then you really get you have to put more thought in it. People make a program. We get also all kinds of programs where they think, is this, but this is only singing one lead. I say, well, if they have something to say by just choosing 30 seconds of a certain cycle, but that's what they think their program is, we tell them, look, if the jury thinks this is crazy, you're not going to be, it's not going to be in your advantage. But if they can make it in a good way, then we will get it. And I think this having a separation of the two competitions gives us more possibilities to be present in the city, to do more for singers, and also to have just more things to do. Yeah. So it's a nice thing for us too.
You allow the duos to build their own program. Are there more requirements within that, besides, of course, the...
Well, it is. We do really concentrate on German classical song and French classical song. That's the main part of it. But then they can add to that what they think suits them and what they find interesting. And also, there must always be modern music in. So we do not do. You cannot come to us and only sing 19th century. That's from whatever language or whatever composer. You do have to do also some modern music in.
To show a little bit of the style difference, or at least the...
Well, also to connect with what is now, because some of these 19th, 18th century songs are really difficult now, I think, to understand by younger public, and understandably so, because the societal restrictions within which the literature of that day was made, the poetry of that day was written, has no connection with our nowadays life anymore. And so then also the music composed based on those texts has little connection with what young people feel.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Ivan. It was wonderful to be able to talk to you in the Statenzaal. We will see more of this hall coming up in the semifinals and finals of the LiedDuo competition in s-Hertogenbosch. The competition will take place from November 16th to the 21st.